Hi everyone. So welcome to the part two of the session today, and we have Akansha and Kanika. So go on, take your stages.
Okay, so we welcome all again for the part two, and we are as excited as you are with the sir. And today we'll definitely complete your portfolio, and we have the person for the portfolio as well. Hope that she is present today, or else we have to choose another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you haven't checked out the part one, so go on to the description and check it out.
So Vanshika, are you still here? Are you here? If so, make some noise. Hey Vanshika. We'll just wait for Vanshika to respond or something like that. If she's there, definitely she'll be here, and we can start, right?
Yes, till then we can revise if possible for the people
Definitely.
to
So,
join in.
let me do a small quick recap of what we did yesterday. Okay. So, we went through the basics of grid system and Bootstrap. First thing is what we did was we had a quick look at how Bootstrap helps us. And secondly, we also looked into what Bootstrap does in case of creating responsive mobile first web design. And after these things we also tried out a few things in Bootstrap, like we tried out different types of headers, we tried out different types of grid system, then we made some kind of a magic thing which is the responsive based on the screen size. We showed and hide a lot of different elements on it. That was boohoo, it was awesome. So apart from that, the next thing that we are going to do is today we will try to set up a small skeleton, and then we will start working on the contents of, if Vanshika is there, it's going to be her portfolio that we will be working on. If she is not available here, we'll be using someone else portfolio. So just give me a second. uh Vanshika, are
Also,
you
the
here?
links shared by Mr. Praveen will be available to you all on the LinkedIn post. We'll compile all of them, the yesterday's one and today's ones, in a
And
single
we'll be
post.
sending it to you. Yes, superb.
Yes.
So I'm just going to try once again to reach out Vanshika through LinkedIn. And if she responds, it's going to be her portfolio. If not, we might need to choose another person.
So whoever is present, do put your a comment in the comment section so we know and we can have another one if Vanshika doesn't show up on time.
Yes. And apart from that, any other questions? Do any of you have any other questions? Please do message. Put it in your group chat.
So we have Mudit and Mohit here.
hmm So I guess either Mohit Deshwal or Mudit Baid
Oh, Mudit.
will be
Right.
will be the next options for us, because you both, I guess we selected both of them as well, right? Like,
Yeah, they were. The five of
great.
them were active. Other
hmm
two was Anshu and one more.
Vanshika. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. They have decided the five people. And since Hitesh was already featured in my channels, so we decided to like give him the second option. So we'll do something with him later. But we are just waiting for Vanshika. And if she's here, then awesome. If not, we will go with heads or tails, Mudit or Mohit.
We have Anshu as well.
Oh, we have
Yeah,
Anshu as well. Hey, Anshu. Right. Actually, I called Anshu here. So, hey, Anshu. Okay, whom should we go? Mudit, Mohit, Anshu. The decision is yours.
Mudit, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, let's go with it.
Let's wait for another few seconds. If Vanshika turns up, it would be nice. Okay. Anyway, we will go into the main topic today. All right. So let's get on to the stuff. So first thing is we were working on what do you call this? Just give me 1 second. Let me also do a quick sound check as well. Works. Yeah. Uh, where's my, yes. I've got the screen here. I've got the GitHub profile here. Like, what was it again? Take, right? Yes. Great. I'll just put this link on the YouTube thing, GitHub. So don't forget to open that so that everything is there in that. Uh, I haven't got any of the, like pull requests or issues created, because whenever a new person comes and looks at the repository, that person will not be able to see what exactly this repository means. So if you are creating a issue and if you are also creating a pull request, you would get that green square, so that will actually increase the GitHub. What do you call this? It increases the GitHub involvement. So that is actually a good thing, right? So make sure you do a lot of things like that. Right. So I'll just go ahead, start screen sharing. Just give me a second. I hope everyone is able to see the screens.
We have Vanshika here.
Hey, Vanshika, finally, nice. Wait, I'm not able to see the YouTube one. Hey, Vanshika, you're the limelight today. Okay, superb. So today we will be looking into how we can build Vanshika's portfolio. But before that, we need to look into what all things that we will be building to start with the portfolio. The first thing is, as we all know, let's start with a new file, and I'm going to get rid of these both index and style.css. Before that, let me also run the, I'm going to pull the latest code. It is already up to date. So I'll just make a bigger thing. Great, that looks better. So let me start the local server. Yep, and this would have started my server on localhost. Boom, this is what we did, remember? Okay, now we don't need this. And before that, let me come quickly to Vanshika's stuff. Hey, Vanshika, will you be able to provide, I mean, can you just quickly WhatsApp me? I believe you have my number, or else I'll send it to you through LinkedIn. I want a few details from you. Okay, so apart from that, okay, so let's go with clearing the whole thing. So the first thing which we already did was the top portfolio, like the header. Okay, the session is going to be an hour long. So if you have plans, please cancel everything and stay here. That would be awesome. And if you haven't subscribed our channels, please go subscribe Tech Takes channel and Praveen my channel as well. So I'll just send you the channel links too. And yeah, apart from this, so we are going to clear out all these things and then start with the next one. Like for the portfolio stuff, we will be clearing everything and we will be starting fresh. Okay, so I'm just trying to do a quick cleanup. Oops. Hey, where is the Visual Studio Code that's gone missing? All right. Okay, so Right. Okay. So let's go on here, and the first thing is I'm going to get rid of these two things. So if we go back to our index.html, let's get rid of the whole section part, and we are going to make this as Vanshika Bhatia. I hope the name is right. I'm just going to quickly check it out again. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. And next thing is we will do the title as well. So title needs to be at least a minimum of 50 characters and not more than I guess 65 characters. So Vanshika Bhatia's portfolio. That's what we are going to do, and we are also going to deploy this portfolio too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new commit which says started with Vanshika's portfolio. So now this is available in GitHub as well. So if you go to GitHub and refresh this, it says started with Vanshika's portfolio. So everything is up to date on GitHub too. Great. Now the next thing that we are going to do is looking at the style.css. The font size is really crazy, so we are removing that. So if I refresh this, it's going to go this way, like nothing is there in this. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for her message on WhatsApp. Hey, right. So the first thing in any portfolio, as you have already seen my website, right? So let's take my website as a reference for this. The first thing that you see here is a huge banner image with my photo, and there it says something like, hey, I'm Praveen Kumar, I'm a mentor, I'm a front-end enthusiast. We'll try to recreate this introduction section, and other than that, I'll try to put something nice, like let's start with something really good on the other sections. Okay, this is going to be the current plan for us. So for that, what we will be doing is let's wait for Vanshika to come back as well. So yeah, before that, we will try to set up this center stuff. Okay, so in the center, we need the name which says, hi, I am Praveen Kumar or something like that. So hi, I am Vanshika, something like that. Let's try to do that. Okay, so for that, what we are going to do is we will have one intro section. Okay, section ID is intro, or maybe we can use home as well. And then inside that, what is the first tag that we saw? It is the container class. So let's start with container. And in that thing, the minimum thing that we need to do is a row. And inside that, let's take the full width container. So I'm going to use a col 12. So it is going to span the whole column. Okay. So inside this, we need three things. Okay. So if we go back, it says the first one is hi, I am. Second one is the name, and I am what. Okay. Let's quickly ask Vanshika what she is. So for now, we need three things, right? So I start with a paragraph. Okay. Hi, I am. The first thing, whenever you are putting your name or something like that, make sure you are putting it as a heading one. Okay. Vanshika Bhatia. Then let's do H3 or something like that, or maybe we can use H2 itself, because we need to follow the order. Okay, so hi I am is not that much important. That is the reason I have put it in a running text paragraph. Let's see. We'll use programming enthusiast for her. Okay, so I am a programming enthusiast. Great. So I'll teach about the, like the effects in a few minutes. Like first we will start with the basic minimal portfolio we will do, and then we'll try to do the other stuff. Okay, so now I've asked for a landscape picture to her. Let's wait for her to come back with that. So apart from this, if we save this and look at how it has come up, it has come like this. Okay, so this is what we wanted. We have these 3 lines. So you can also see that hi, I am a smaller than I am a whatever it is, right? So for now, we have achieved something. But the first thing that we need to do is make it centrally aligned. So let's do that. So in this div class call 12, even before we are doing this, we need to also do something else here. So, but I'm just thinking of this, since this is the introduction stuff, we don't really require the call 12 part. So I'm just gonna get rid of all these divs, or not all these divs, but only 1 or 2 divs. And then with this one, instead of container, I'm gonna put home content. Okay, if I do this, there won't be much difference. It's gonna go on the left side. But at the same time, the first thing which I wanted is it needs to be centrally aligned. So if I do this, it's going to align center. Now, the main thing that I wanted to make here is the whole, this whole page, this particular content should be on the middle. That is what I wanted to happen. Okay, now if you see here, this is the complete border. Okay, so if I try to put a border 1px solid, so you can see that this is the complete border, but there is a problem here. There is some kind of an overflow issue. So if you see this paragraph, right, the paragraph has only margin in the bottom. So if you see here, the orange or yellow color line comes beneath it, but not in the above. So if you see here on the computed, there is 16 pixels of margin in the bottom. And if you go to this one, there is 8 pixels of margin in the bottom. And if you go to here, there is another 8 pixel of margin in the bottom. I guess this almost looks perfect. For now, it looks good. So what we need to do is we need to throw all these things into the center. That is what we need to do. So let's see how we can do it. Okay, for home content, instead of using this one, I'm going to use here. So border 1px solid. I don't want black, so I'm using CCC. Okay, if I do this, it's coming like this, right? Now the first thing what I want to do is I want to make sure this section is like complete. Like the section that we are having here, this one, the size of this section itself is like so small, right? It is only 144 pixel, not the section 144 anyway. All right, so now for this one, I wanted a shadow. I'm not sure if that shadow is visible. It says it is there. There is some shadow, but the shadow is not as good as what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this shadow SM, and we will be implementing the shadow ourselves. So it is the navbar, right? So what I'm going to do now is, before that, just give me 1 second. I just wanted to confirm something. Okay, everything seems to be, oops. Everything seems to be perfect now. All right, so yeah, so we have got the navbar here, and this needs to be having a border kind of thing. Okay, sorry, box shadow kind of thing. So we will start with dot navbar, and it has a box shadow which is 0. Okay, not inset. The horizontal offset is the x-axis. We don't need any offset. Vertical axis, we can do 2 pixel. Blur, we will give 5 pixel. And then for this one, we'll give RGBA 0. 0.25, something like this. And now if I refresh this, this shadow is much better than what we had initially. So this is something which I wanted to do. And if I try to do 2 pixel here, it might screw up. Yeah, it is coming like bit darker. So I'll put 5 pixel itself and give this box shadow somewhat still more bigger, like, you know, more opacity, so that it's actually looking really bad. So this one is perfect. So this is looking good. So we have almost completed the header part and the minimum part. Yeah. So now let's make this dead centered. Before that, we want our section to take up the whole size. So what we are going to do is, since we know that this particular nav bar has some margins and paddings and stuff like that. So if we go to the computed part, we can see that it is 40 plus 8, 48 plus 8, another 56, I guess, right? And then we have 16 pixels as well. So yeah, 56 plus 16 is what we have seen. So it is 72 pixels. So 72 pixels apart is this starting part of here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll try to open VS Code, and here for the section home, I'm going to do a position relative and then give height as 100%. Okay, if I do this, I can see that did it not work? No, it didn't work. Okay, so if this did not work, we can give 100 VH. This is one of the units that will align up to the size of your see, if I say like my height of this thing is 605 px, so this is going to take up the whole 605 pixels. Okay, so this is perfect. And I'm going to also give a background color to check how big it is happening. Okay, so this is actually taking so much big. And since we know that the margin top, the content from here is actually 72 pixels long, I'm going to give margin top as minus 72 px. And if I refresh it, look at that, there is no scroll bars coming here. So this is perfectly, it's like taking up the whole width, whole height. So I'm just getting rid of the background color. And if I refresh this, there is another problem. Since it is a position relative one, I won't be able to capture this part. So that is something is there. So for the nav bar, what I'm going to do is, I guess we will go with the fixed nav bar. So I'm going to do position fixed. And for the body, I'm going to do padding top as 72 pixels so that these things get nullified with each other. Oh, wow. This is not what I expected. So let's go with the fixed nav bar way. So here, if you just give a nav bar fixed, it's gonna get fixed. Okay, perfect. I should have done this one. And the next thing which I need to do is I need to put this as a top 0 and right 0 and left 0. So it goes correctly and sits there. It should actually sit there. For some reason, it does not. So this is the body's stuff. And this one we have. Okay, let's go to the bootstraps. Bootstrap. Okay, sorry. Can you see my screen actually? Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find out the. Oh, wow. There are so many comments there. Sorry, I totally missed that. I'm just going to quickly look at the comments in YouTube. Oh, the screen is stuck, is it? Okay. Right. Okay. Let me quickly run through what all things that I did. All right. So I started with this one. Okay. So there was we have got a nav class nav bar, and I made a nav bar fixed, and then I added the home with the div with all these things. And the main thing I was working on was the style sheet. So I created a section hash home, which gave a position relative. And in the position relative, the reason why I gave position relative is to get the full height of it. So once I give the position relative and gave height 100 VH, VH means the vertical height, and I made a margin, negative margin minus 72. So if I get rid of this negative margin minus 72, it's going to go to the normal this place, like it's going to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite the whole thing again. So before that, let's try to find the bootstrap nav, which is fixed. So let's go back to our nav bar, and if I search for fixed nav bar, all that we need to do is fixed top. It needs to have fixed top, not exactly nav bar fixed. I guess I messed up the name. So it's going to be fixed top. If I refresh this, it's going to go top and set perfectly there. Okay. Now, if I see the section here, it is going to take up the 100% of whatever it is. If you see this section ID home, you can see it is 605 pixels long. The reason because the height of it is 1920 by 605. So now it is, since it is 605 here, sorry, where is it? 605 here. There is a scroll bar. We don't need a scroll bar at the moment, because if you see the nav bar here, the size, computed size looks like 40 plus 8 plus 8, which is 56, plus 16, which is 72, right? I hope it is correct number. So if you see here, it says 1920 by 56. And if I try to add the padding here, sorry, add the margin here as well, that is 16 pixels. So 56 plus 16 is 72. So I need to put this section 72 pixel above this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put margin top as minus 72. And if I do that, the section starts from here still. Okay, because I have given the padding for body as 72 maybe, but oh, sorry, it should be 72 pixels. For some reason, it is not working. Yeah. So if you see here, the whole thing, it says 1920 by 605. And if you see this one, this is also 1920 by 605. So there is no scroll bar coming up, and it is completely occupying the whole window. Let me quickly check the chats. Yeah, M sets on margin, B sets on bottom or padding bottom. So M is margin, MB is margin bottom, P is padding, PB is padding bottom. So if it is MB3 in the nav bar, it is going to be margin bottom 3 rem. 1 EM is 8 pixel, I guess. So 3 means 3, 1 EM is 8 pixel. So 3 EM is 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 16, 32 pixels. So that is what we are going to do. And Anshu, we are going to look into the backend part and hosting as well. Yeah, that is going to happen today. Superb. So apart from this, yeah, I'm still trying to get, yeah, I guess I got one stuff from her. So let's try to get that over here. Accept. Okay, we've got a low quality image of Vanshika now, so that we can put it as a background of this whole page. Okay, so apart from this, yeah, let's go into our code now. Okay, so now we also need an image that spans across the whole home section. So here it's going to be home image. Okay, and then the src is here. Then this is Vanshika Bhatia, and this is the home image. So if I refresh this page, it's gonna show it as a home image. There is an image of her, and there is this one. Okay, for now I'm going to hide the image by using display none. Okay, home image is going to be display none, and I'll save it. So if I refresh this, the image goes off. The first and foremost thing that I want to do is make this section go to the top, right? So for this section, I'm going to do margin top -72, and that's going to go this way. So now if you see this, it is going to show 1920 by 605, which is perfect. Now, since we have done all these things, the next thing that we need to do is we need to get this whole intro kind of a text to the middle. Okay, so for that, what we are going to do is the home content is the main stuff. So here I'm going to apply position absolute. Now the main thing is if you see here, home content is the child of section home, and section home is positioned relative, and home content is positioned absolute. We all want the home content to start from the dead center, right? So top 50%, left 50% is what is the dead center, right? So if I save it and refresh it, okay, so the problem right now is, okay, can someone tell what exactly the problem is right now? Guys, question for you. What is the problem right now? Don't say any solutions. Don't say any solutions, but just tell the problem. Problem with the current the screen, what exactly is happening right now. So this is not complete, but there is a clue here. So that is exactly what I want you to answer. So what there we have a problem. Yeah, we know that it is not correctly aligned, but some kind of like correct alignment is there at the moment. So what is the current alignment? Tell me that. Anyone? Okay, I'll give another 10 seconds. Nope, not about responsive, Hitesh. So I'm going to tell at 4 o'clock. Sorry, 2-4. It's not responsive. It's not the right answer. All right, I'll explain what exactly the issue is. So I can't see the chat, so don't yeah, please don't fret. So this part, if you see this part where my mouse is, that is where the mid center is. But this is actually aligned with top left. Okay, top left of this particular content. But we need this mid center and this mid center to be aligned in the same place. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So if you see here, we have got top 50 and left 50, and it starts from there. And we can do something called as transform, and then there is something called as translate. So translate is something that actually takes the XYZ axis and then it translates it. For X axis, I want to do -50%, and Y axis, I want to do -50%. Now, if I save it and refresh it, it's going to be on the dead center. This is exactly centered. And if you try to like, measure anything, like, I'm going to use a small scale or something like that. Okay, scale is not a good idea. So I'm going to use this particular thing to measure. So from this, if I see the stuff, it is 725, right? Around 725. My human calculation might be wrong. So let's try from this side, 724, and I left 1 pixel there. So it is again 725 on both the sides, right? Yeah, again, I left 1 pixel. So if I try to measure it correctly, it is 725 on each sides. And then if I try to measure it from the top to bottom, let me put this on full screen. It is 4458. And the same way, if I do it from here, it is it's 468. And from here, it is also 468. So it is exactly in the center right now. So now what we will do is we will get rid of this simple border. So the border is only for us to identify whether it is going correctly. It is doing it correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this border. Let's refresh this page and see. Okay, for this, at this point, it looks perfect. Okay, now the next thing what we will be doing is we will be putting the image here. Okay, now there is no scrolling down or scrolling up or some kind of issue. And also if I try to give a small simple background here, so let's say we will give a slight dark background, and I'm just going to put, okay, before that we can actually use the background for the image itself. So let's do the image background. So this image is actually a square image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a overflow hidden here. Okay, and this one I'm going to do min width 100%, min height 100%. And if I do this and refresh this, it's going to take up the full screen. Okay, so it's going to take up the full screen, but at the same time I need to also reduce the opacity of this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a Z index, because this is an absolutely positioned thing, right? The home image is an absolutely positioned one. I guess we already did the home image somewhere, or else it would not come this way. Okay, I'll just put a position absolute. And with this being said, left 0, top 0, and I'm going to do min width and min height as 100%. Then Z index is going to be -1, so that it cannot be accessed. And then for this one, I want to add an after pseudo class. Okay, so if we do this, it's going to show it like this. Okay, and if I try to add some more content to the body, for example, I create 5 paragraphs of lorem ipsum and save it. So it is perfect. So after this introduction section, I'm able to see the content, which is perfect. This is what I wanted. Now, at this point of time, if we try to do section home, after, we need to make this element, this is a pseudo element at this moment, and we need to make this element into a normal element. For that, we need to do a content and display block. Then once we do this, this becomes a normal element inside the DOM body. And now what we are going to do is we will put position absolute again, and then we can give a Z index 0, which is actually slightly higher than this. Then let's add something like background for this. So if I give a background color of black, okay, it is not actually working. So let's try to inspect and see what exactly is happening. So I have this section here. So this is the image and this is the after, but the after says, okay, the reason why it is not working is I did not give the left, right, top and bottom. So left 0, right 0, top 0, bottom 0. This is going to take up the whole part, right? Perfect, that worked. Now I don't want like 100% black. So what we will do is we will do a very light black. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0.25 or something like that. So that is kind of light black. If I make slightly heavier black, okay, that looks like a perfect background. So even if you see here, I have tinted the background very dark, like I guess I gave like 0.5. Here I have given 0.75. Okay, let's go with 0.75 for now. Now with this being done, what we will do is let's try to bring this home content up higher up. So before that, let's give a color. Okay, color FFF, which is white. If I refresh this, still this particular after element is on top of the text as well. So I can't even select the text. I can select this text, but I can't select this text. So I need to bring this home content on top. So I'm going to give z index as 2 or something like that. Even 1 works. So let's try 1. Yeah, as minimum as possible, we will just try to do it. And then for this one, to make things even more better, I want to give a text shadow. Okay, so I want to give 2 pixels and it should be black. So yeah, I hope it should work. Let's give 5 pixel or something like that. Or maybe let's reduce this background color. Okay, can you see the background? Like there is a small shadow. Let's leave it to 75 and let's leave this to dark here. All right, so this for now we have done to an extent. We have made the whole page look better. Like this is the minimal stuff which we did, and I hope this was perfect. How to check what's missing from the inspect window? What do you mean by that, Mohit? Which one are we talking about? Let me know. And yeah. Okay, so with that being given, the next thing that we will be looking at is trying to make this portfolio almost similar to what I have got here. Okay, so if you see here, my name is like in very much bigger text and better text. So what I'm going to do is let's go back to our page here, and for all the elements that I have used inside the home content, the paragraph, the H1 and H2, we need to create styles. Okay, so for this home content dot home content, let me put these 3 things first and then remove this. I'm being a lazy person. I'm just gonna do it using if I try to use my middle mouse button and try to drag it, I can do a vertical select. So with that being selected, I can add the content on the 3 lines at the same time. So that's what I actually did now. So let's go to the top, make this, put it on the top. And the first thing which I will be doing here is let's do a text transform uppercase. So this will make it this way. And I guess we have given open sans, right? So I want the font weight to be 300, a lighter version of this. So it looks a bit better. And font size as 1.25 EM, which is a lot bigger. Oh, sorry, 3.25 EM, which is a lot bigger, almost like what is there in my website. It has come. My website uses a different font, while this is a different font. Okay, now with that being said, the next thing that we will be looking at is reducing the size and increasing the size. Okay, so let's start with increasing the size. Before that, we will try to put a font size of 10 points here. So again, this will become smaller, and this 3.25 EM will be 32.5 pixels PT. So let's make it as 3.5 EM. So it's a bit big. And for the paragraph, I'm going to put FZ 1.5 EM, so 15 points. So it's a bit bigger. And finally, for the H2, let's give a font size of that is 3, right? Let's give 2 EM, 3.5 and 2 EM. 2 EM is also bigger. So 1.75 we will give, which looks okayish. Okay. And I'm not sure if I have used, okay, I haven't used a very dark font. So font weight normal we will put. It's already font weight normal, I guess. Let's do light itself, 300. Yeah, this looks better. And for this programming enthusiast, let's put it on a span. And if I do this, there won't be any difference because I haven't marked anything. So for the H1, H2 span, let's do font weight normal. Okay. And if I do this, it becomes a bit bigger, like darker or something like that. For H1 alone, let's give a margin bottom of 10 pixels to make, or that was 16 pixels. So let's make these two things as 15 pixels. Okay, now it looks perfectly centered. And also for the H2, let's get rid of the margin bottom. So this becomes perfectly centered, like dead center, right? So now we have created a cool introduction page. Any questions so far? So also we will do the font weight 300 for our paragraph tag so that it doesn't look so dark. There you go. So what do you think about this one? So let me quickly have a look at what Mohit is talking about. Like you check the top bottom is missing from CSS when you said this is why it is not working while looking at the inspect. Yeah, so how do you check the inspect element? Just right click on an element, click on inspect, and then it is going to directly on the inspect element page. And here you can see what are all the styles that are applied, what are all the rules that are applied here. So that is an easy way to start with. Okay. Any other questions? And now we will also look at the responsiveness. I believe this is already responsive because we are using Bootstrap. Okay, so let's see. This is the normal window size. Okay, so if I try to make it smaller and smaller and smaller, it looks perfect actually. But I don't know why when it comes like this, it is actually breaking down. So let's try to find out why it is breaking down. Okay, now the problem here is this one is somehow getting, like compressed for some reason. So let's try to fix that. I don't see a reason why this needs to get compressed here. Um, I haven't given any margin or anything to this, but it should not get compressed. So for that, what we can do is the H1 is there, right? That is the biggest one, I guess. Yeah, H1 is the biggest one. So there is something called as white space no wrap. Okay, so what white space no wrap does is whatever happens, this text should not wrap. That is what it says. So if I try to make it smaller and smaller, boom, it's already responsive. The only problem with the responsiveness is image is not responsive. So let's fix the image to be responsive as well. So here we have given min width 100 px, min height also 100%, right? So just for the left side alone, let's do left 50%. And if I do this, it's going to start from the left, very left. Okay. So if I try to add another transform like this one and put it on here without just for the x-axis. So it is x and y, right? So if I do this, it's gonna see, I mean, we can't see any difference, right? Not much difference is coming because the width is not actually affecting until this. But the moment width starts affecting, now you can see her whole face visible. But before that, if these two things are not there, it won't be working. If I refresh this one, it goes slightly off left and off right. Okay, so that's what we need to avoid. So for that, we have done something like this. And one more thing, since it is too much left, I can slightly bring it on the right a bit. So if we are doing like maybe 35% on both, I don't know, I haven't tried this before. Yeah, this works. This looks really good. So now, even if I put something like this and when it changes, it goes slowly and her face is always centered. This is what exactly we were looking for. Okay, perfect. Now we have done the initial introduction part. Let me try to commit this all and save it. So all we have done is just a couple of CSS changes and the HTML changes. So I'm saving this as created the introduction section. So I'm just going to push it to the GitHub repository. Boom, that's done. So if we go here and look at it, introduction section is there. We just did 13 seconds ago. Okay, so the main thing that we will be looking at is making sure the first impression gives the best impression. So at this point, we have made sure that the introduction part looks really good. So for this one, we have got programming enthusiast and other things, right? So she's also not only programming enthusiast, but she's also doing a lot of things. She wants to be an expertise in IT security, and she has also done something on digital marketing as well. So we will have these three things: IT security, digital marketing, and programming enthusiast. So with that being said, let me actually add these three things as a comment here. Okay, so IT security, what shall we put? Not enthusiast will not be a good thing. IT security, what should we really put? Hey, tech team, give me some words to talk with. Oh no, no one is helping me in this case. Okay, let me quickly have, sorry, what?
Not sure about it.
Okay, no worries. Something similar to enthusiast is what I was looking for. All right, I'll look at the chat messages for now. When you are streaming, you can actually pop the chat text on your screen. This helps you to respond on it ASAP. Not exactly, bro. I don't want this chat messages to come inside the streaming thing as well. Actually, I've got like two computers here. I can actually look at the, oh yeah, specialist will be nice, but she's actually a beginner. So, but yeah, okay, specialist. Digital marketing. For digital marketing, what we will put? Hey, tell something which is like crazy. Huh?
Fanatic, like enthusiast or something.
Fanatic. That's awesome. This is what I was expecting. So specialist is something like this is always there, right? Okay, now let's try to do something in a simple way. Okay, so the span is the main thing that we need to look at. Okay, now let's create another JavaScript file. So script sarc scripts.js. Okay, and let's create a scripts.js file here. Should we put script.js or scripts.js? Anyway, something. I guess we'll put script. Okay, let's leave it like this. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to start with the initial stuff. Okay, run the script once the document is completely loaded. So that's what we are going to do, because if you see here, the script is getting loaded here, and if we want to do any changes here, this will not be available until the whole body is loaded. So once the document is completely loaded, then we are going to access the script. Okay, so we have home content h2 span. That is what we are going to look for. Okay, so what shall we do is we'll try to select this one, home content h2 span dot text. Okay, so if I put here's the stuff, something like this, and save it and refresh it, I am a here's the stuff. Okay, so this is going to come this way. So if I refresh this one with just the thing, what I need to do is I need to get this one like this. Okay, let it start with programming enthusiast, and then we need to do IT security specialist, digital marketing fanatic, and programming enthusiast. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these two things. I'll save this one, and if I try to create another comment, yeah, we've got these three things, but I want programming enthusiast at the end because it comes first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a interval. Okay, before that, let's create an array, okay, var roles is equal to an array. This will contain all these three things, okay. So I'll make these three things into string variables, and let's get rid of these things. Okay, these are the three things that needs to happen, okay. Now we want to do a set interval. How many of you know what set interval does? So every 1 second it does something, okay. So if I try to change this for every 1 second to be the text is, okay, first thing what I'm going to do is I need to have a kind of like a ID as well, okay, not ID, like an index role, or okay, I'll just put role as 0 or -1, that works fine. So role plus I do, so the role will be 0 now. The 0th role will be IT specialist. So I'm going to put this one here, okay. So roles of role, okay, I can do this way. Or to make things simpler, I'll remove this one, I'll put role plus and make this as role equal to 0. If I refresh this page, it says for every second it is going to change it. Now the problem is, after a few numbers, it's going to throw a array index out of bound error exception in Java, okay. But this is JavaScript now, so no exception will be thrown. But if you go and check out the console, no errors will also be thrown. That is the beauty of JavaScript. So what we need to do is, the role plus should always be less than the role's length. So roles dot length modulus. When you do a modulus operator here, whatever the number, however the higher, oh sorry, should be this way. However the higher the number is in roles, it will not cross anything before 0 to the n minus 1. So that is what we are going to do. So if I refresh this one, programming it to yes, this one, boom, it works, right? So this is something which worked like this, right? So we have brought something to a level like this, okay. Now let's use kind of like a jQuery's animation method to make this part. Now what we will do here is, first thing what I want it to do is dot fade out very quickly. So I need at least 2.5 seconds. So fade out will take 500 milliseconds, and inside this I need to actually this dot text will be roles dot length, okay. And then immediately I need to do fade in as well. Again 500 seconds. So if I refresh this one, so after this number of seconds, it's going to fade out. Nothing happens. I guess I have an error in the syntax. Let me quickly have a look. Yes, there is an error. Dot fade out is not a function, really. But why? Fade out is supposed to be a function, right? Oh, I guess I used the slim version of, yeah, sorry, that's my fault. Okay, great. Now after 2.5 seconds, it's going to fade out and then fade in, fade out and fade in. So that's what is going to happen. Now this shit looks like really very bad. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put these 3 dots inside this, and then inside the script, I'm going to put this plus 3 dots. And if I refresh that, it's going to do a fade out, and then it's going to fade in. It's going to do a fade out. It's going to do a fade in. It's going to do a fade out, fade in. Works. Perfect. So for now, we have done the introduction part. So far, how was this? Okay. Someone says like use zeal. Okay, I'll have a quick look at it. And uh, yeah, so what does translate do? Okay, translate. I'll show you a quick example of what translate does. So if we have an element, let's say we will start with um, hello or something like this. Okay. So inside this hello, I have got hello. Okay. And now for this hello, what I'm doing is I'm giving margin 50 pixels. Okay. So you can clearly see how this hello looks like. And now one more thing is, for this, I'll also give a border 1px solid. So it looks like this, right? Now, if I give a transform, translate 10px, can you see what exactly happened? It is moving on the x-axis. So if I do translate 10px on the second one, it is moving on the y-axis. I don't know what will happen if I give a translate on z-axis. I don't know what exactly happens on translate on z-axis. I haven't tried it out. Maybe there is a 3D translate available, so we should be using only translate 2D. So if I say if I want, okay, let's do this. Okay, so the moment I hover on hello, I want to do a translate transform translate as 5 pixels, 5 pixels. Okay, look at this. This is what translate does. And if you want this whole thing to be smooth, there is something called as transition. So in that, what property I want to transition, it's going to be translate. And how long? 0.5 seconds. And what is the translation animation function that I need to use? Linear. But it doesn't happen. Transition is correct. Okay, let me look at the inspect elements to see if everything looks fine. Yeah, actually it looks perfect. So this is transition, and but it doesn't work. Okay, let me do as like 1 pixel and 1 pixel. Still the same thing. Maybe transition doesn't work for transform. Let me try all. Oh, it actually works. Oh, I guess what I did is not translate here. I should give transform here. Right. Okay. So 0.5 seconds is very slow. So let's do 0.1 second. And let's make this as 0 px and 0. Actually, if you are giving 0, you don't need to give px. So 0, 0. Boom. Look at this. So this is what translate does. So if you want to make this as 0, it's going to go left to right if you give a positive thing. And if we give a negative thing, it's going to go right to left. And the same thing with this one. If you give a positive thing, it will go from top to bottom. And if you give a negative one, it's going to go bottom to top. Okay. I hope this is clear. So this is what translate does. Okay. Translate is one of the transforms, and you can see all the CSS transforms, CSS3 transforms. Sorry, CSS3 transforms. And there is something called a CSS3 generator. Okay, I'm just going to send this link here. Oh, zeal is a word for replacement. Okay, got it. Sorry, I totally forgot. I mean, I got confused with that. Okay, so now we need to choose something. Okay, there are so many things that are there. So these are all CSS3. So let's go with the transforms. Okay, so scale is something that if we do 5, so it's gonna scale up. Okay, scale 0, it's gonna go extremely like not possible to see. Scale 1, scale 2, scale 1.5, scale 1 again. That is what scale does. Rotation, if you do 0 degree rotation, not much. 90-degree rotation, it's going to go this way. 180-degree rotation, it's going to go this way. So translate is which we did now. So minus 15, it's going to go this way. 25 pixels down, it's going to go this way. Skew is something that is going to, like, you are going to squish it. 10 degrees on this way, 25 degrees on this way. Like make things like, looking at a different angle or something like that. That is what skew is used for. Okay, this is about transform. There are different transforms are available. I'm just going to put this link in the I have actually put the link in the chat box as well, so make sure you are opening it and seeing if you are interested in that. Apart from this, what else? I guess yeah, we are running out of time, so let me stop the screen sharing. And before that, I'm also going to make sure this whole code is pushed. So let me push it and stop screen sharing. Okay, so what do you think, everyone? How was it? So I've stopped the screen sharing. So now we three are visible right now. So here we have Kanika and Akansha, and back to the whole stuff. So how was this introduction thing? And yeah, we need to do a deployment as well. I'll talk to Kanika and Akansha to uh, add one more session. So we will decide on the next time. And um, regarding the effects, I would ask you all to like try out that cssgenerator.com that has literally all the effects that you can actually try out yourself. And now there is a homework, or like there is a special surprise for you. So I've been telling, right? So I want to get a lot of people to UK. If you are interested in working in the UK, boom, please do connect with me on LinkedIn and ask about it. And another thing is, we are actually looking for like enthusiastic techies to join our team. So please come in, and if you want to work with me, connect with me on LinkedIn. And is that okay, Kanika and Nakasha? Can I say these things? Is that all right?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course, sir.
Also,
Okay, and
we have shared the feedback form and the LinkedIn post for you all, so that we have an overview of how the session went on for us as well, for the sir as well. And we have the LinkedIn post just like we had yesterday, so you all can share it and give us your feedbacks, and we'll surely go for another session for the deployment.
the one thing which I am very much concerned or like disappointed is the time. So since everyone, when you are coming for something like this, you want to learn something new. At the same time, I need to spend more time to like explain, okay, this is how it happens, and this, and also I need to answer the questions. So irrespective of whether we are very crucial on the time or not, the time runs away so easily. Unfortunately, that is the only problem that I am facing personally. So I'm going to try out to do my explanation in a very crystal clear way or something like that, so that the time is also conserved. At the same time, everyone learns something awesome. Okay, so telling about these things, yes, first thing, please subscribe to both our channels. The links are there. And second thing, you have learned something nice today, right? You have learned a lot of things today. So this introduction section, can everyone make something really, like really nice, something really what do
Creative.
you, creative, sorry. I guess I'm losing my English always, like yeah, I'm still not awake. Yeah, so yeah, put your creativity, try to put everything, like try to think of creative stuff. And Akansha and Kanika, can you create another form for them to like submit it? Or maybe they can okay, can you all send me what on LinkedIn to review what you have done so far, so that based on that I can actually talk to my team, see, this is what I taught them, and this is what they have made, something super awesome. More than certificates, you get a job. How does that feel, right?
Maybe you all can post it on LinkedIn with the TechTech community
Yeah.
and Sir tag, so that we are able to view your profiles at the
Yes,
same time, and then we can recommend them.
that is exactly a good idea. Thanks, Kanika, for bringing it up. Because if you do that, not only me, not only our team, not only tech team, but a lot of the whole world looks at your creation. And if there are like, and if you have tagged me in that post, obviously a lot of recruiters in the UK, they will also look at your thing. Right now, everywhere it is pandemic, right? Even we are working from home. So if that is the case, you will be given a remote work opportunity as well. How does that sound?
And it will be better if you put your learnings into something now.
Like a blog or something like that. That also works.
Yeah.
And personally, I'm coming up with something super awesome. So I'll keep you updated. Please do subscribe to my channel and switch on the notifications so that whenever this thing happens, you will be instantly notified. I don't even want to say the name, what it is going to come up. So it is completely secret for now. No one knows it other than me and another two friends of mine. So we are bringing something awesome for all the developers. And Kanika and Nakansha, are you also interested in working with me in the UK? What do you say?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
sir.
can discuss it later.
We can discuss
I
it
guess.
offline. Yeah.
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 Okay. So I can talk to my team and say, like, you are doing something awesome. Like, there is a tech community and you're managing the whole community. So this shows your leadership skills. So something like Kanika and Nakansha, everyone can try something as well. Not like everyone opens up a community that's going to be a too many cooks make a mess. That's a different story. But at the same time, you will learn a lot of leadership skills and stuff like that. So obviously, Kanika and Akansha have faced a lot of troubles initially, and now they have learned a lot. At the same time, they would have got a, I don't know, bad experience from StreamYard or good experience from StreamYard. But look at what I showed them. I showed them a totally a different way of doing live streams. And how is it?
Yeah, sir. The experience is
Yes,
great
sir. We
always.
learn when
We learn
we
when we do
learn. Always
mistakes.
we learn when we conduct webinar. Yes, sir.
And not only that, personally, I was involved with another community as well. We did something like a portfolio tips and tricks. If you haven't watched it, go to my channel and watch it. That's so interesting. The reason why I was saying it was really interesting personally for me, I liked it because I had some ideas in my mind, but after doing those 3 sessions, I got more ideas to do more. So look at the extreme things that is happening there. So that is something which I really
We
like.
can use the word zeal here. Look at the zeal you are getting.
Look at
Yeah.
the zeal you are getting. Exactly. Thank you. And yeah, with that, I'm finishing my talk. I don't want to bore you guys. So go on, Kanika and Akansha, the stage is yours. If you want to say something, and then we can quit.
Thank you, sir, for being an inspirational mentor. Thank you, everyone, for participating. And thank you, everyone, for attending these webinars. Hope you had a great time. Do subscribe both the channels. Do click the head button. And Kanika, over to
Do
you.
yeah. Please be a part of our channels because we have other events lined up and we'll be coming up soon with more such events, and we'll have quizzes as well. So if you are interested in technology and you want to learn something, because we all are learning side by side, we are, because me and Akansha are also college students, but we are still learning. So we can have
Hey, I'm
sessions
also a
and
college
you can
student.
learn
Don't
with
avoid
us.
me.
Okay, sir. So we all of are college students and we are learning. So come and learn with us, join our channels, subscribe the YouTube channels for webinars and videos. Subscribe Sir's channel because he has a lot of things planned for you all. So yeah, hope we have a great experience ahead.
Do
And
connect
we'll
with us
sure
on LinkedIn.
plan.
Yeah, do connect with us
Yes,
on
and we'll
LinkedIn.
plan the
I'll
session.
provide you the
Don't forget to
links
add
in
me
the
on
description.
LinkedIn and add all 3 of us in LinkedIn. So I'm sending you my LinkedIn uh, link as well.
Yeah, we
And
will also put it in the description.
yes, also on the live chat. And
Yeah.
I'm also putting my YouTube channel as well. Please go ahead and subscribe. And with that being said, everyone have a nice time. Enjoy your rest of the Sunday and stay safe. That's more important.
Build
Yeah.
some creative designs and share with us so that we can also have analyzing situations
We
of
are
as to
very
how we conducted the webinar.
yes, and we are very interested to look into, like, we are completely looking forward for what kind of like creative stuff you're going to bring to us. So we are waiting for that too. Okay. So don't
Okay.
forget it. Make sure you share it. Okay, then. See you all. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you all.
Bye bye.